Being alone was my specialty. Sitting there every day all by myself, right on that bench there. I felt lonely because, well, I didn't have anyone. I didn't have a single paw to hold. I couldn't hold anybody's, and nobody certainly held mine. I sat on that bench nearly every day. People would walk by, but nobody would say a thing, of course. So I continued to be lonely, sad, my regular self. I figured nobody would even care if I lived or died, since nobody even really knew me. Just that stray cat who sat alone every day. Usually I took up the whole bench, just sat there. I knew nobody was going to sit next to me anyway. So I kind of just took the whole thing, even if I could fit two, but I knew that two wouldn't want to sit with me. But one day I went nuts, and I moved over a little bit. I don't know why I did this. It's not like anybody would sit next to me. But I sat there anyway, with a little bit of space open for some unknown person. Although, that was the day that everything suddenly changed. The park was empty that day, though for some reason, some fluffy cat walked over to me. She had beautiful, bright blue eyes, and she looked up to me. I just stood there. I sat there. I barely even acknowledged she was there, because I figured she'd even acknowledge me. But that was when she said hello. I was surprised and looked back at her, thinking she wasn't talking to me, but she pursued herself, so I said hi. She asked if she could sit with me. I didn't really know what to say to this, so I said yes. And so she did. Nobody ever sat so close to me before. I felt strange. And she just sat there in silence for a moment, so did I. Suddenly, for some reason, she decided to ask me why I was sitting alone in the park. I explained to her that I did this every day, because I had nobody else to sit next to. I had no friends, no family, nothing. She seemed shocked by this and told me that she sat at this bench all the time too, for pretty much the same reason. I thought this was strange considering I did it every single day, but I didn't really know. She explained that she was too shy to talk to me. She'd sit there by herself before I'd get there, and then when she'd see me coming around, she'd suddenly go away. She explained she was alone, and she figured that I wouldn't want to talk to her, just like everybody else. I couldn't believe there was somebody that was actually just like me out there. Somebody I could relate to. Somebody who knew exactly what I was going through. Suddenly, I wasn't so lonely, and I had a paw to hold.